The store, it's been a labor of love. I undertook it April 7th of 2015. We bought it and put exactly 1 year, building it.
We've been working to roll out the different things. So we got the kitchen open, got our patio set up, got an awning over our patio. And we've had all these milestones that came after the building because that was the real big hurdle that we had to get through to open. We've been moving through our list, and this was certainly not on our list.
I went home. I could do it every night, and right before I go to bed, the last thing I do, I check my security camera on my phone, and I checked it, and I could see that the lights or the windows in the front of my building were glowing white.
And I was sleeping, and he said, "There's a fire at my store." And of course, the word fire when you're sleeping makes you instantly awake. And he said, "I've got to go." And he just jumped up and threw his clothes on, didn't even put socks on, and ran out the door.
You could see the fire over the tree line. I was here 15 minutes after it started. It was like a volcano going off. It was surreal. It wasn't just the embers coming down. There was hundreds of spot fires over blocks. One of my customers, I saw him on the way in. We both ran out there and put out the fires. And determination, I think, is honestly the #1 thing I felt. Like, I'm not going to let this happen. But then a stream of water shot over my building out of my line of sight and just put the tree out. And then I celebrated with my customers that we were no longer going to burn down. But then seconds later, we realized that we were now going to flood because there's 2 hoses dumping water. 6 inches of water was in the floor, and it was sooty, lots of mud, lots of ash, and it smelled just horrible. I thought, for sure I'm going to have water damage, for sure I'm going to be closed for a while. It's cement, so I knew we could clean it, but we were going to be closed for a long time. Once the sun rose and people started going to work, they saw the devastation. Facebook blew up, my cell phone, employees started showing up. And then the community outreach just exploded.
People have been phoning and texting and messages on Facebook asking how they can help. Are we okay? Is the store okay? And people saying, wow, Bothell finally got somewhere really cool we can hang out, and we would hate to lose this, and that we were the first people that they thought of. So which is phenomenal for us to build that support.
I kind of feel like a personal connection to the place, really. And so I hopped in my car and raced down here, and I kind of showed up and was like, "Hey Matt, hey Caleb, what needs doing?"
I tried to text Matt and Caleb, the owners, to see if I could come over and help, and they didn't really answer, so I live 5 minutes that way, so I just sped over here and saw people were already starting to help. It's really cool to see everyone here that I come and play with all the time, and everyone's concerned for the shop, so it's really awesome.
You really bond to a game store that you really like, and especially when because you spend so much time there and you have friends there, and it's like a whole community. And this place has been open for 2 months, and the fact that we already have a community that wants to come in here and help us out is it's awesome.
So the day of the fire, I had a customer who I've only met once walk up and say this is the first store he had ever owned, and it's also the first store now I have ever owned. But he renamed it Zulu the Unburning because it is because we survived the fire. I've never owned a store before. I think that's a pretty awesome reason to own a store. So here's Zulu the Unburning. This experience has definitely just grounded me on the community aspect. This is a place, it's not just my place, it's everybody's place. And so, and people are definitely willing to go to bat to help us all, survive, thrive, and just be here. There's a lot of people who just want to have a place to hang out, a place to, meet people or, be part of a community. And that's what has driven home is community is huge.